ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel in the BTM Crypto News Network. Thanks for joining. And today we're talking about don't fade the toad. Been a lot of people talking about the toad. For some reason, people are, I don't know, hating on turbo. People want to turn turbo down or trying to FUD turbo. And at this point, it is turbo turn up time, right? We are full turbo, turbo, turbo. I don't understand what the new movement is for turbo and why people want to FUD the toad, right? What did turbo do to you guys? Why are you mad at turbo, right? Why is people hating on turbo, right? I don't understand what happened, right? Turbo didn't bother anybody that I know of, right? What did turbo do? Why is there so much anti-turbo sentiment going on in the crypto community, right? What did you guys or what did turbo do to you guys, right? There's a lot of people hating, people mad at turbo for no reason, right? I don't understand. Right? People got on turbo, it went up. Everyone was turbo, 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 and turbo crazy. Turbo dipped, and then people just got mad at turbo for some reason. The entire crypto market dipped. Why did it just, or why did people single out turbo? I'm just trying to figure out what's happening here, right? What's really good with turbo? Turbo is still going to pump. There's too much money flowing through turbo. There's too much people interested in the project. There's too many projects already set up, right? I'm not saying turbo is too big to fail, but there's a lot of positive things that go on with turbo. Turbo is always seeking partnerships. A lot of people want to work with turbo. There's going to be a positive movement with turbo, right? It's not going to fade out into the darkness as some of the other communities will. I don't understand what's going on, right? There's a lot of what up, Pip? Yeah, I started doing, I'm gonna do videos later. Right. I was looking at the algorithm and it's saying later is better. So we're gonna start doing later videos. And I wanted to do this video at 3 o'clock, but I'm gonna gradually start going later in the day. I haven't done a turbo video, so we are back live. We're doing it all live with a turbo video. So let me know what you guys think. And let me turn on the spotlight on Twitter. What's going on, Doc McLovins? Good morning. Turbo all the way, of course, right? That's what I'm saying. The video started off. Why are people mad at Turbo, right? Why are they hating on Turbo? What did Turbo do to get such criticism and people turn on it? I don't understand what's going on, right? So let me know in the comments what you guys think. So this is my main man, Freeman Finance. Shout out to Freeman. Probably do a Caspa video tonight. Actually, probably around 4-ish, and maybe XRP tonight. I'm not sure, but definitely a Caspa in the afternoon. Which crypto will make the most money in the next 3 months? Turbo token has the most vibrant meme community I've ever seen. Caspa is about to increase 10 BPS and a potential Binance listing for CAS. So what do you think? And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles, this is razor close, right? This is probably one of the closest polls I've seen. 48.8 to 51. Guys, this is close, close. So I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. In 3 months, I suspect it might be Turbo. I think Casper's gonna pump, and then Turbo is going to pump during the bull run. I think long term it might be Casper, but 3 months, I think it's probably going to be Turbo. So make sure you come to my page or go to Freeman's page and put your um, opinion in that poll, right? Because Tor, what up? I'm so deep turbo mode, even my body temperature reads turbo time. Turbo turn up time. Appreciate the shout out there. Doc says 37 degrees Celsius, but I know I'm 100% turbo energy, checking my temperature lately. That's what I'm saying, guys. At some point, turbo is going to take off, right? It's been up and down, it's been left and right, it's been sideways for months. And you can see here on the chart is down 6.2% on the day. But at some point, it is going to push up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, toads and tadpoles. So this is every fiber burns with purpose, focused like a laser, calm like a mountain, strong like a storm, the fire that never fades. For Turbo, for the journey for victory. This is Cat with a Hat in with Cat with a Hat versus Top Meme Coins Turbo. So even these guys are comparing to Turbo. Everybody is freaking comparing to Turbo, guys. There is a reason people are using Turbo for freaking marketing schemes. It's not because everyone thinks Turbo is going to fail. And a lot of people hating Turbo, but there's a reason they keep using Turbo in any and everything. Just waiting for the influx of money for everything to lift off. According to M2 global liquidity charts, hopefully we should see something happening in May. I hope so too, because we keep pushing this date back. And the what is that? Um, the tariff thing kind of threw ice water on the flames, right? With with the whole tariff debate, the market has been in flux. So we will see, but definitely don't give up yet because I think there will be uh, a big pop out of nowhere, right? It dumped and it's been dumping, but the way money works, it's got to pop or people are going to give up, right? So there's going to be some nice, uh, let me see, some nice infusion, right? Sometime before summer starts. A few weeks ago to grab a few weeks, last few weeks to grab stuff at a discount, methinks. Yeah, I think you're right, Pip. It's gonna pick up. What's this? Yeah, right, mid-April. Yeah, I agree with that too. Sometime in May, it's gonna start running. It's not gonna run hard, but it's gonna push up so people can earn some of that money back, and they're gonna sell. It's gonna dip again, and people are gonna hear about these gains, and the normies are gonna start circling the crypto market. Right? All they need is a massive push up. Somebody to take $300 and make 300,000, a couple of news articles, and everybody and their mom and grandmom and their sister are going to be looking at crypto all day and every day, right? Especially with the way the economy's going, it's only going to take one, what up, unknown, turbo to the moon. It's only going to take one huge pump, and everybody's going to be back in the market trying to make $1 million. How dedicated a community can drive adoption, development, and overall success of a project. What up, Sammy? Turban. I never get this right. All eyes on Turbo. It's actually a pretty cool picture. Turbo Toad, get some. This is my main man Ramon. Turbo Lambo win. Let's go. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and super chat. We are here because we're doing it all live. Some people don't get the point of a meme coin. They think they just use to invest in something with obvious visible utility, something you can touch, measure, and clearly define. Sure, the meme coins are out there that are just silly dogs, random cats. But then there's one difference, a meme coin with real meaning, one that brings people together, one that sparks friendship, laughter, the sense of belonging. That meme coin is Turbo. Turbo to the moon by Turbo. That's actually pretty cool. Torg, I guess that is. 100%. Turbo born from AI Gen, backed by a strong community and built with safety and transparency at its core. Uh, Setting a new standard, and people will wish they caught on sooner. That's what I'm saying. When it does start to pump, everybody's going to run back to it like, oh man, we should have stayed or we should have got back in earlier. And I'm here to tell you, we are here and we are ready, guys. Meme coin wire, what the freak? Update. The Turbo community isn't letting up. They've been consistently pushing a Robinhood listing, flooding social feeds with requests. Recently, Turbo secured listing with Revolt, UK, EU, marking a solid step forward. Will Robinhood be next? The pressure is on with a growing momentum. It might just happen. And you hear it here first. I'm telling you guys, Robinhood will probably list it in May or June. I suspect, like Pip said, something's going to happen in May. We're going to get a little motion. And when that motion happens, Robinhood will announce it. Robinhood's already been buying up, right? They're only waiting for some motion to list it. They want to make sure they secure the bag. So they're not going to list it now and lose money. They're going to wait until it starts going up and they're going to dump everything they got into Turbo and then they're going to list uh, all they have, right? They're going to use whatever they have now, dump it, get some cash, and buy as much turbo as they can afford, and then list turbo. Remember where you heard it first. Um, Turbo renounced ownership, literally can't rug, 100% circulating supply, healthy price action outside of when market fear around tariffs and market manipulation affects the majority of crypto. Turbo Toad token is one of the best choices, period. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research and see for yourself. Dang it. Thought there was actually something in there. But yeah, definitely do your own research. But I'm telling you guys, Turbo is going to melt faces. It's going to shock a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be, oh, dang, you should listen to ATM. TM knew what he was talking about. So far, right? Let me know in the chat, in the comments. Have I been right? So far, most of my predictions have been pretty close. I might not have been 100% on it, but it was close enough for you to make money. But again, it's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But the people who follow me all are happy, right? Turbo, the diamond among meme coins, a community work of art created to last forever. And definitely would love to be the owner of this gold and diamond turbo, right? Because when I get my hands on it, it ain't going to no freaking museum. Actually, maybe, probably later on. But for a while, it's going to sit in the crib as long as possible until I need some cheese. Then I'll probably sell it to a museum. I think that's pretty cool. But let me see. Said this is yesterday National Dolphin Day. And you know, dolphins are actually pretty smart. Dolphins are one of the only animals you are banned from communicating with. Look it up. Hope everyone in Turbo Fam land and sea have a great day. Turbo Toad meme coin is swimming good. Turbo Toad token. Yeah, there's lots of mystical things about dolphins. I hear that dolphins can actually talk to people. That's why you're banned from communicating with dolphins. If you don't believe me, look it up, right? I'm here to give you information on the Black Tiger Miner or BTM News Network. Keeping it pushing on da. And this is Win Horse. What up, Ramon? Where you been, bro? Where you been? Day 5, very cute turbo hood riding a horse. Great artwork. Well, wait a minute. Oh yeah, the Robin Hood. Day 5 Action Robin Hood app. So let's see here. Combines innovation, progress, and relentless drive and genuine creativity and a touch of art. The meme coin not only performs but inspires for those who see more in crypto style, vision, and expression. Crypto news. Well, you could have tagged me. Could have BTM News Network. Turbo. What's your secret to staying cool in the wild market? I just smile, vibe, and let the meme do the talking. This is I faced it all, stood tall, and did the turbo way. Live from the meme coin era, smooth, bold, and unstoppable. Shout out to the Toad. Another day, another fired up post. Robinhood app cheering them on to list Turbo Token on their platform. The number one community driven coin created by AI. Let's do it, Turbo Toad. Robinhood. I like this watch. We need to start mass producing this because this is awesome. Although this looks more like a mouse than a toad. Let me see. Was a toad heavy? Yeah. I don't know. But I think this is pretty cool. I think this might be the move. Terminator. Chop these ears off. We might be on to something. And there's just Sammy. It's funny how people just can't pass meme label and completely underestimate the groundbreaking potential of the first truly AI generated meme coin. They soon realize soon enough that this isn't just another floating trend. Sorry. It's dawn of a new era in meme coins. And they're missing out on being early on something truly special. Wait and see. Turbo's real strength and unique original story will speak for itself, and those who doubted it will be wishing they understood its potential from the start. And that's what I'm just trying to explain to guys. Stop by means, invest in utility project, mantra. Wow. I don't even know what mantra is. I heard people talking about it, but I'm already in the Toad. I'm already into meme coins. I mean, I'm already into what I'm buying. I'm just gonna keep DCing in. I'm not really getting into any new coins, not at the moment. But let me know what you think. Uh, in the comments. And let me know what you guys are investing in. And let's see how it goes. Breaking, the XRP buyback has begun. Oops. Went over there a little bit. Let's play this quick.
They'll make millionaires with a Coinbase list. It's already on Coinbase. And it's a $118 million market cap. So there's very easy 100x potential in Turbo for the bull run. If a Turbo hits 40 billion market cap, we're looking at a 300x. And it's going to hit like 50 cents, 70 cents, or even up to $1. Now, keep in mind that this bull run, there's a lot of meme coins getting listed now on Coinbase and Robinhood. It's not like the last bull run where it was just Shiba Inu and Dogecoin. So now you actually have to be a good investor and be smart with your choices. Because let's say there's 20 meme coins on Coinbase in the alt season that's coming up. Not all 20 of them are going to pump 100x. I think up to 5 of them will be pumping 100x. I think 5 of them will pump 40x. And I think 5 of them will pump 10x. And I think 5 of them will be duds and rugs. So it's important to pick the best 20% of meme coins that are on Coinbase. This could still make Millionaire.
So I do agree with them. Some of these coins are going to disappear, right? A lot of these coins aren't going to do anything and be gone. Some of these are going to pump like crazy, and some of these are going to pump a little bit. But when the bull run hits, everything's not going to pump, right? A lot of people are going to grab their money and run, and their project is going to disappear. Turbo has a true project behind it, so it's not going to just disappear on us. But let me know what you guys think. Turbo is down 6% on the day, 9% in the hour, up 20% in the week. Archpay is up 20%. Radian's up 4.6. Brett's up 3.6. Taod is up 3.4. ALI is up 7.5. Man, that's really the only green stuff on the market. Everything else is red. And here is the turbo stats for the turbo swap with the Aurora. 76 total accounts, 164 total transfers, 313 total addresses, 44 total tokens, 12.1 million total blocks, 3.4 thousand total transactions, 149 total contracts, 36 total verified contracts. So that's the turbo swap, 119.8 million market cap, 0.96 in the last hour, down 6.5. Last 24 hours, the 20.7 in the last 7 days. Currently, Etherscan has turbo at 53,277. And we did increase zero point 0.2 holders in the last 24 hours. This is the problem. Ethereum has to do something. Ethereum is killing the project. Ethereum has to pump so Turbo can pump. Ethereum is the wave that will raise all the Ethereum tokens. But Ethereum has to do something. It's kind of sad that the Ethereum has been stagnant, even though Ethereum's trying to feed everybody to death. Ethereum has to pump for Turbo to pump. So this is Turbo on 25. Look like we flipped Peanut the Squirrel and right under Toshi. Toshi's 136.2 mil. Turbo's 126.4 mil. Down 5%. AIZ16 is 146 mil. Get your ass 157 mil. Not Coin 174 mil. Snake 199 mil. Mallcoin 199 mil. Popcat 233, 32 mil. Putty Penguin 294 mil. Brett is 359. I remember Turbo was at 300 mil. If we can just get back to this 300 mil, that'll put us back in the top 10. XPX is 451 mil. Flox 500 million. Bonk is 924 mil. Trump coin is 5.9 billion. Or 1.5 billion. I'm tripping. Pepe is 2.9. Turbo, in a perfect world, should be here somewhere. I think Trump sucked a lot of the turbo liquidity, right? So maybe it'll push back up when we get some more investors back in the market. Let me know what you guys think. So let's go to some quick videos. This is, let me see. I think there was a newer video. I guess not. I think all of these from a day ago. What's really hood? So this is the trading sniper. Let's see what he has to say
Boys and girls,
and grab something to drink.
today. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today we are talking about the one and only Turbo, ladies and gentlemen. I am super, super, super excited to talk about this coin, right? We do have a few updates, which right away I'm going to bring up right over here. We can see, right? Kata Fam AI is here. The Katana Inu, you'll be able to talk to characters using your voice, ask questions, give commands, or just vibe. It's early, but real, right? We're blending AI plus Web3 gaming to create deeper, more immersive experiences. Check out the video to experience real time voice interactions with NPCs powered by LLM tech, right? Ask your questions about the projects we're collaborating on and start a real conversation. And look, we can see Turbo is tagged. So Turbo will be collaborating with this game. Once again, we are, diving into another narrative. We ourselves are not creating a game, but we are collaborating with people from different narratives. And this is what I like to see. Gaming is always going to be one of the stronger narratives out there. For me, it comes down to AI, memes, DeFi, and there's a few other ones, right? Real world assets, and then gaming is solid, right? Gaming is like that 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10 narrative. So that's what I love to see. Absolutely excited. In terms of that, there is no other news, but that's okay. We already know Turbo has practically almost completed the game when it comes to doing news. So any little thing they you know collaborate with, another exchange or something that I don't see coming away is always just a massive, massive W, because it's most likely that 99% of these meme coins are not doing the same type of moves as Turbo is. I still do believe we will get listed on Robinhood. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, in my personal opinion. When it comes to Turbo's price action, ladies and gentlemen, we can see when we go to the weekly, we actually closed decently solid, right? We were a little bit higher, but that is okay. That is just the name of the game. We can see on Sunday we did sell off a little bit before before the new weekly candle. As of right now, we are most likely looking to be going a little lower, generally speaking, just to get some momentum, right? We have to see how this 4 hour candle closes, but there's a good chance that we could close something like this. This goes like here to 0.0175 before we continue pushing up, right? We were talking about, just a couple of days ago, how the two probable areas for retests will be somewhere roughly over here, right? And somewhere over here, which we're at right now. So, you know, this more depends on Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance than Turbo itself. Turbo has generally been super, super bullish. Even back here when, there was some type of retracement, which is very, very minor, other coins were, some of them were completely engulfing, meaning that whatever price action, that happened over here with the pumps, it just went straight back down, or it went pretty deep, like 50% or 70%, or just fully just straight went back down, almost 100%. And Turbo, no, Turbo barely nudged. In fact, Turbo consolidated very, very high before breaking out again. And now we can see that we are, getting some type of correction. We can see that we broke below this zone here. We are creating lower highs, but I am not really worrying, because whatever type of channel we're going to be in, I do believe we are going to break out further. Okay. So, like I said, it's still technically the best weekly candle we've had in a very long time. In a very, very long time. You could debate, this one was a little bit better, but the context was different. And like I said, um, yeah, potential early signs of reversals. We will monitor everything for the next, 2 to 3 days to get more confirmations. Sometimes we just have to simply wait and you know, see what happens, right? Here you can see I was just messing around. But Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin at this current moment, it is consolidating. It is consolidating, and we are looking to be, potentially breaking out, right? If I go on the 4 hour chart, we are creating lower lows, but we are also creating higher lows. So in the next couple hours, we'll know how price breaks out. This is one of those things where you don't have to be an expert. This is one of those things you can just sit out when it comes to like trading, like leverage trading, right? Because we can see, we are coming to a stalemate and we do have to choose a direction. We can see that overall, I do believe we are fairly bullish. When we go to the daily price action candles, we can see over here there is a order block which we might tap into, right? So this is a zone I'd be looking for some type of pullback, some type of retracement, something like this, right? More or less down to here, right? So if we do fail to go higher, we most likely will break this structure that's over here around 83 to $84,000, coming back down for little pullbacks to then spring up to the $87,000 mark, right? We do have this little candle right here, which we most likely will sell off of once we get to. Plus, we are going to be at this zone right over here, right? So may get a little bit of a sell-off once we go to $88,000, $87,000, but we'll have to monitor everything, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, it is looking really solid. We will talk about Bitcoin dominance just for a second because this is relevant for Turbo, right? When we go to the hourly candles, we could see we are actually, coming up to pretty much near the relevant highs, right? We're not quite there yet, but these are the last two relevant highs, and we are technically like the third highest high at this current moment that's relevant. So we can see Bitcoin dominance going up, which is why probably altcoins are struggling a little bit too. But that's okay because that's part of the game. At the end of the day, we want this to practically go all the way to 69 to 71% before we get a nice crash, because that is when the true altcoin season will happen. That is when the true money will be getting printed, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So yeah, we will look at Turbo and its market cap, decent market cap, 135 million, 55 million volume, which is what we like to see. We are very, very active. When we go to the Ether scan, ladies and gentlemen, we can see, like I said, right, we are slowly going down in holders very, very slowly during our worst times, which is like nothing, right? Who cares if you lose an average of, or if you lost 20, 30 holders in a span of a week for some of the worst weeks, right? Like who cares? Because we can see right away we bounced up. The moment there was some type of little green, we bounced up from 51,000 or 53,157 all the way up to 53,260. So 100 more holders practically, okay? And the crazy thing is this is, at the bottoms, right? This is turbo gaining momentum at the bottoms. Imagine once we start reclaiming certain levels that we talked about before, once altcoin season bandwagon starts happening, once turbo starts creating new highs, and starts pumping, right? The bandwagon will be here. Like I said before, turbo moves in massive, massive bursts. So just look out for that. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.
So shout out to the trading sniper trying to figure out which one would be the best video to check out. Uh, trying to see next move going to be insane. Um, let's see what the crypto channel has to say real quick.
And Christina here. Welcome back to another video. I wanted to do a quick update for you all today on Turbo. I'm doing something a little bit different in this video. I have the all-time view up right now because I kind of just want to talk about it from like a zoomed out perspective. So the price is already in a really good place right now. We're at 201681, but looking at this all-time chart does look a little discouraging in some ways. And I understand why it might be discouraging to some people. Let me just say it like that because it is so far down here, and it's kind of where it was um, honestly a year ago. I'm looking at March into April 2024, was kind of in a similar place. So yes, the price is down significantly. And it is in this 001 range where it was a year ago, so kind of close to where it was when it launched. But all this pumping here, first and foremost, should give you some perspective as to where it could go again in terms of pumping. It shows you the potential it has to pump. And we're kind of seeing this pattern for a lot of meme coins across the board right now. I'm talking all this down trend over here. A lot of the meme coins and even Caspa has a similar pattern of a downtrend. And we're kind of just seeing that across the board. So that tells me that the entire market is in a short-term correction and it's not um something that's happening on a project by project basis. It's something, it's not like a handful of projects just happen to be down right now and everything else is pumping. And there's really no such thing as the entire market being dead. That's just not a thing. The market will every time the market has been down, similar to what it is now, it has always gone back up. That's just the normal fluctuations of crypto market, the stock market. Everything will be back up because it has to be back up. It's not just the market's dead now and that's it. It's all done and there's going to be no more stock market or no more crypto market. It doesn't work like that. These are normal fluctuations that respond to world events, politics, whatever. Crypto is not as related to um, politics as maybe some people think it is. I think politics and world events have a very small effect on numbers in the chart. But I do think the stock market is affected by things happening in the world and that kind of stuff. But the pro to cryptocurrency is there's a little more freedom. There's no central authority. It's not governed by um a people of authority will say the government's not involved in it. So there is a lot um of that freedom in crypto. But that means we have the control over it, right? So if things happen in the world or if things are happening in politics, we as the investors are really the ones who are responding to that as a whole, as a mass amount of people. And that's kind of what essentially affects the numbers. I don't want to say we're the ones causing the downtrend, but we have more to do with it, I think, than people realize. Um, you have to realize people are panic selling right now. That affects the numbers, that affects individual projects, people buying large quantities and large bags of these projects and then selling them, that contributes. So we are involved in this and we have more control than we think. Again, I'm not blaming us as investors for all of this downtrend completely, but there is some truth to the fact that we are more involved than we think we are. So um in addition to that, though, I mean, uh some world events and things happening in the world just in general do have some effect on the charts. So I think that's why we're seeing this market crash as a whole. Um, if the stock markets aren't doing good, usually the crypto markets aren't doing good, and they're not really like directly related by any means. But this all of these things I'm mentioning are contributing as a whole to why everything is down. So the reality of the situation is we are still in a bull cycle and turbo will be back up. I still think this is a bullish looking chart. I still think this is a healthy looking chart. I think this is going to do, um, let's play around with some numbers. So a 100x will put it at 16 cents. This is definitely going to do a 100x. Um, and I think it has the potential to do about a 150x, which would put it at 25 cents. My price prediction on this is a 150x for turbo. I think it will definitely hit over 1 cent. 1 cent. I think it could get to 10 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents, 25 cents. Has the potential to get to around 30 cents. So I'm going to put a 150x price prediction on this right now from the current price of 001683. Keep in mind, we do have a few more exchange listings to come, but it has already has major ones: Coinbase, Binance.
I think it definitely can get to 25 cents, at least 25 cents, maybe 50 cents. I mean, a dollar would be pushing it kind of, but definitely at least 25 cents. But that's a pretty good prediction. So shout out to the crypto channel in the BTM News Network. Going over to I guess the Wealth Magnet Hub. It's run out of time, so I'm trying to make this quick. This is a good 5 minutes, so that might be pretty good for the day. Let me know what you guys think, and be right back.
Look at Turbo. So for the past few days, it has been going absolutely crazy. It has had a pretty good week. We're going to be taking a look at on how it's doing and what it could do in the future as well. So before we do start with the video, do make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below on what you think about Turbo, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. So let's get right into the video and head over to our screen. So we're over at our screen and looking at Turbo right now at about 0.201945. So very, very close to that 0.20 to mark. Up around still 26%, almost 27 in the past 7 days, which is really, really good. It did go back down about 4% today. But again, that is because it has been rising heavily throughout the past week. Market cap sitting at about $134 million and volume at $46 million. The volume to market cap ratio is about 34%, which is still, again, still really good. So it is picking up, picking back up. If we actually take a look at the graph on deck screener of Turbo, we could see that it did bounce back from this range that we did take a look at. This is the long-term graph, and if this lower range is the other crucial range that we were looking at for Turbo, and we could see it bounce right off from the top. Again, this is not an accurate range, but this is just for an example for the price. But again, bounce back right from this top of this range, and then went back to this other range that it was consolidating at. So we still aren't sure if it could keep going, or again, for now it seems like it did make another lower low. We could see it keeps making these lower lows, and this seems to be another one of these. So the next thing, if it still continues going down, would be this range right here, about the 60 to 100 million dollar range for Turbo. So again, that isn't confirmed as of yet, but it looks like we keep making a lower low, and the downtrend still continues for now. So again, short term it may be a good price increase, but it will continue to go down based on this chart that we are looking at right now. If we go down back to Turbo right here, we can see Turbo pump activity on Turbo. It volume increased by 600, almost 700k. It did go up a lot as well. Turbo is surging 12% gain as it breaks above short-term resistance. The bullish momentum is building fast with massive 24-hour volume showing a strong buyer interest. We could see it did go up right there as well. Turbo consolidating within tight range for a few months, approaching towards descending trend line resistance, expecting 60 to 70% bullish wave after successful breakout. So we could see the same thing that we are looking at. If we look at this picture, we could see it is kind of consolidating, and we will only see bullish action once this kind of breaks out from this line or trend that we are seeing for now. So hopefully it does that soon, and then we can finally start seeing some good days for coming for Turbo. But for now, short term, it is doing a good. But again, nothing in the long term is guaranteed. It could continue to consolidate in this range, or even go lower, bounce back from that previous line as well. So again, yet to see about that. If we check out their Twitter, we could see they're at about 109K followers. They post regular memes like always, and as we know that we recently got the Revolut listing, which also helped Turbo as well, and it did future proof Turbo as well, because the more exchange listings, again, the better. If we take a look at the current listing that Turbo has right here, listed on 125 plus spot exchanges, Binance, Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken, Bitham, OKX, a lot more. There's a huge list of Turbo Exchange listings, and it just keeps on growing. And the stronger this list is, the stronger the back end for Turbo is. So again, it keeps growing like crazy, and it keeps future proofing Turbo, and it will definitely help Turbo have a stronger kind of lifespan in the crypto space. So again, doing good on the short term, nothing guaranteed on the long term, because we are still in that range, kind of consolidating. When we do see a breakout, then we could finally confirm that we have broken out of that range, and we have finally taken some good action. So that was about it for this video, guys. In this video, we did take another look at Turbo, what it has been doing. Again, in the past week, it has been pumping pretty good. So
So shout out to Wealth Magnet Hub and that quick turbo review. Let me see here. I guess we'll go ahead and do some of Row real quick.
If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Ro. We talk about crypto on here literally every single day, guys. If you want daily uploads, especially on Turbo, just know I've posted consistent daily uploads on Turbo for the last years. If you guys are new around here, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my uploads, and like this video, guys, because YouTube, as of recently, hasn't really been pushing out crypto videos too much. So one way you guys can support the channel is by doing all of those three. And listen, there's a lot of people who view these videos that aren't subscribed, and guys, please help me get to 15K. It would mean the world to me. Without further ado, let's hop into today's video. Now, mind you, boys and girls, I also just dislocated my shoulder again. Not very good with keeping my shoulder intact, but this time I don't really think I need a sling. Hopefully I don't need surgery, potentially might need it, but hey, we're talking about crypto here. So the gains diminish everything else. Market cap up 1.92%. Volume is down a little bit, but even though volume is down, to see the price increasing is obviously a very good sign. Now, we did have a Revolut listing recently, guys. Revolut, mainly because there was one guy, shout out to him, Crypto PB, I think, who was literally posting on X every single day. And that's what I mean, right? Even with these videos that I make every day, guys, a lot of people have asked, dude, why do you keep covering Turbo every day? There's not really much news. There's not really much this. I'm going to cover Turbo every day because there's new investors into the market. There's new people who are looking at cryptos. There's new people who are entering the crypto market. And if I could do my part in spreading or do marketing for Turbo, I am going to continue to do so. And guys, just so you know, this is all because I want to do it. This isn't like the company or Turbo, they're paying me or anything like that. No. It's just community building. That's literally all it is. Now, in the last 7 days, up 31%, which is a beautiful, beautiful sight to see after being down hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap. One of the most solid projects that are out there that you could literally load up on. I've talked about my price prediction several times for this project, and it has not changed. A meme coin made by AI for the people. You guys know it kind of has that what's the word, the red pill, blue pill, the matrix kind of vibe for it. It was honestly one of the first AI generated meme coins, right? Now AI coins are very popular. You do see a lot of AI agents over on X, fully autonomous, where they kind of run their own X accounts, things like that. But the project that did it first was Rep Mankind and Turbo, right? He started off this movement in 2023, literally went on GPT-4 as it was becoming popular and said, hey, I have a budget of $69, and we made this thing happen, right? With the influence of the community as well. I mean, this backstory, you guys could go ahead and listen to that. Truly, truly touching. Contract renounced, no taxes. Total supply 69 billion. Crowdfunded launch, and guys, all the tokens are circulating. And ever since we kind of came into fruition as Turbo became a thing, a lot of cool updates have taken place. As Turbo evolves, Turbo Chain marks the next phase of this remarkable journey. Built and operated by Near Protocol, Turbo Chain is a platform for creative artists, innovators, and developers worldwide. Turbo Chain empowers innovators to explore and realize their dreams and ambitions. So this is what Turbo Chain is. I feel like this obviously brings in more developers, more people who are interested in tech into the project. Now, not that this is necessary for a meme coin, because in meme coins, the thing that grows them is the fact that it's a meme, not necessarily utility. But also, guys, it never takes away from it. It only adds onto it. Also, Turbo Swap is a super cool thing as well, which actually burns some turbo as well every time you do use it, which I think is super cool. All built by Aurora Labs and Near Protocol, so shout out to them. If you do want to go ahead and use Turbo Swap, guys, that would be amazing, right? Because you're literally helping the price because a certain amount is burnt every time you use it. Lists on over 125 spot exchanges, which is massive. It speaks for itself, right? It also was trending on Revolut, one of the top 4 or top 10 gainers. As you guys can see here, they added the Revolut logo on here, which is massive. And I think it's now time for us to get a Robinhood listing. So listen, if you guys think that posting on X every day or posting on YouTube does not work, well, I'd like to tell you otherwise, because his Revolut listing was solely based off of someone posting on X for like 3 months straight, like over 90 days straight, about why we need that Revolut listing for Turbo. It is sitting at a very crucial level here, guys. A lot of cryptos right now are sitting at a very strong support area. So we all look to put towards, honestly, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, because as of right now, this support area, I believe we're going to retest this. And for us to see a movement towards the upside, we really just need Ethereum to kind of cooperate with us, because right now Ethereum is sitting around 1600. I want to break over 1700. That would be ideal. Push towards 2000. And the thing about ETH, guys, we still haven't even gotten near previous all-time highs, right? If we get towards 4,500 again, just imagine where these meme coins are going to fly to. Now, one thing about me is I also call my ETH long-term holds when I buy and sell into Ethereum. So if you guys want to know, what meme coins I'm buying, what altcoins I'm buying, what utility plays I'm buying, make sure you guys check out the Meme Coin Mastery. The links to everything will be down in the description, guys. Again, I'm super bullish on ETH. I'm bullish on ERC20 meme coins. I'm bullish on utility plays. And if you want to know when I buy, when I sell, check out Meme Coin Mastery. Again, if you want access to exclusive videos as well, like my exit strategy, portfolio updates, and just access to even talk to me 24/7, guys, ask any questions you have, make sure you guys join that up. Also, go follow them over on X, because again, you want to make sure that you're getting all the information straight from the horse's mouth, or straight from the frog's mouth, I should say. And one thing I did see here, they came out with this partnership, which is super cool. Katana Fam, Katana Inu, you'll be able to talk to characters using your voice, ask questions, give commands, or just vibe. It's early dev, but real. We're blending AI Web3 game to create deeper, more immersive experiences. I mean, guys, look at this, okay? I'm gonna mute this. We see one of our friends here. Look at that guy in the back, dude. This is so sick. We got Turbo Toad Token here at the back, just chilling over here. I think that is super cool, guys. I think that is massive, and that's exciting news. You can see here. Look at bro. It's our Turbo dude. Look at him. That is so sick. Shout out to the Turbo team, because they come out with such cool experiences, such cool collaborations, guys. And I'm honestly just so proud, so thrilled to be a part of this journey. Turbo USDT has recently broken out of the descending channel formation on the daily chart. With current price action, we could see an energetic move pushing towards that penny mark. I would obviously love to see that. Turbo doesn't come loud, but he stays. No hype, no flash, no drama. He's just there, real steady, unstoppable. Some get it right away, others catch on later. Turbo's not a trend, Turbo's a statement. Shout out to the Turbo fam. Love you guys. Thank you for all the love, the support that you guys give. This Turbo looks a little funny here. This one looks a little acoustic. That's very interesting. Anyways, guys, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash the like and subscribe. One thing I do need to say is, guys, none of this is financial advice.
So shout out to Ro on that video. I think there was a couple of seconds left on one of these videos. I guess we'll go ahead and ride it out. We went over time anyway, so I guess I can play these last 3 or 4 minutes.
I want to see if Kraken is listed. Yes, okay, it does have Kraken. It has yet to get Robinhood. So, and I also don't see Gemini. So, a couple more tier ones there, but it's doing great in the exchange listing department, and the community sentiment on this is strong. 185.8k votes, 8k votes on this. 91% of those 185.8k votes are bullish on the project, and a small percentage of 9% is bearish. So it's looking good. We've got a $116.50 million market cap. Volume, 24-hour volume is 35.41 mil. So we're looking good here, and this is set to this is set to go up. I think in we'll see another month or so of it being in this price range, as mostly of all other projects that are down right now will stay in the range that it's in, and with little fluctuations up and down, but no major spikes. I don't see any major spikes happening in the next month or two, which means you can continue to buy. And then I think once June, July, and August hit, we're going to see some pumping, and then everything will just pump into the fall and into December 2025. So that is my take this week on Turbo. Thank you all so much for watching. I just wanted to do a quick video. This week, I will be putting out videos. I will be making content this week. Just keep in mind, I'm in the States over here, so this is a holiday week that we have coming up. So things might be a little slowed down, but I will do the best I can to keep you all posted this week. And then, of course, in the following weeks, I'll be back strong. But, you know, a lot of people right now, influencers, investors, they're taking some time off for the spring. A lot of people are on spring break and stuff. I'm obviously not in college anymore. My college days are long over, so I am not on spring break. But we're kind of in that time right now of spring breaks, vacations, holidays, that kind of stuff. So I will do my best to keep you all up to date this week.
So shout out to the crypto channel. That's weird. Spring break was like a couple weeks ago. But nevertheless, I guess we'll shut it down for the day. Thanks for joining. And stay tuned. Maybe around 4-ish, we'll do a Caspa update video. I saw a video earlier I wanted to share with you guys as well. But thanks for joining the BTM Crypto News Network. And as always, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. Miner out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and share this with your friends. Peace out.